All right, dope. Got the links up. Got the links up. Drop the keyboard down. And let's jump into it. It's been a minute, y'all. Been a minute. All right, let's put that phone on the charger. And let's get some tools out, man. Scoot this over a little bit. Alright, don't need that. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to jump into. I don't know if this is gonna be a tutorial or not. I'm kind of just freestyling today, so I guess that's why I just called it donuts. Webs, what's up, man? How you living? Sneaky Ricky, what's good, homie? How you guys been? Sorry, I've been out for a little bit, guys. Spending some time with the family and just relaxing a little bit and trying to just soak in some nice weather over the last couple of weeks, you know? Give myself some time to re-energize. Graham, what's good? How you living? We're making donuts today, Graham. Hopefully you don't spoil your dinner with some donuts. How you been, Graham? Everything good? Trying to find a pair of Jordan 1 mids so I can complete this custom. Man, I feel like, no joke, Jordan 1 lows, mids, highs, almost everything now Jordan 1 related is pretty much sold out in stores. So even for my client to find these shoes, just to find a pair of mids, it used to be mids were just on the shelf. Now you can't even find the mids. But this was a pretty cool colorway. I really like this, the mint on this one. Kind of gives that igloo kind of a vibe. And, to be honest with you guys, I don't mind mids. I like mids. Painting them is a little bit more difficult because the top is a little bit less. But, in essence, you got a pretty nice canvas on some mids. So, great starter canvas too. So, if you, want to start practicing on some pretty decent shoes, but they're out of Air Force Ones, mids are a good shoe. I like the mids. Getting some paints ready here, y'all. Oh, snap. Nice, dude. Graham, you said you're in a sneaker battle tonight, huh? Where's that at? You gotta let us know, man, so the family could support. Really cool, man. But yeah, sneaky, man. I feel finding like a pair of mids is kind of difficult nowadays. I don't know if you've checked eBay. I'm pretty sure you have, but eBay has some pretty decent deals, especially because they got like that 0% seller's fee now. So for people who really just want to move stuff, as long as it's, I think, over $100, you can move it for pretty cheap commission price. Well, 0%. So all right, let's jump into some of this here now. I think we got some people on. What's good, everybody? Suhail back. Feel good threads, y'all. Got some folks over on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Want to say thank you guys for joining me today, man. Today I'm going to be working on some custom Simpsons style Jordan 1 mids. I forget what is this? Graham, I'm sure you probably know. What is the name of these guys? I've got a box here. Let's see. What are these called? Tropical Twist, I believe, is the name of these guys. So if you like the color, they're a mid. Jordan 1. Tropical Twist is a colorway. The client, my friend, did find them at the store at a Foot Locker, so they're available. I think you got to just find out when the restocks are. If you guys can't find the mids, but I think for a lot of locations, for example, like in LA, finding a mid is definitely a possibility. Graham, thank you so much, man. I appreciate. Why are you donating to me, dog? You should be. Let us know about the whole Oh, it's called Sneaker Addict. Okay. So guys, real quick, one of my Patreon family, this is GTC Reels, Graham, great customizer, guys. It looks like he's in a sneaker battle tonight. So if you guys are available to watch, it's on the Sneaker Addict. Oh man. Okay. Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter if you really took the L, man. It's just the idea of being on it and the courage that it takes to be in a sneaker battle and it being filmed. It's a lot of stress, but it's also a lot of reward. So congratulations either way, man. Looks like you said you took the L versus Matt for the win. Well, damn. Well, that name's pretty appropriate, huh? He got some good shit. Okay, fair enough, man. Fair enough, bro. I'm sorry. So you said it's on the Sneaker Addict. Is that Graham? Is that like a YouTube channel? If you could just fill people in. I mean, I'm assuming you still want people to watch, you know. So please let us know the info. Again, GTC Reels, thank you so much for donating the $4.99 on Super Chat, homie. Much love to you. And I don't know if you've seen, but we got the new video up on the Patreon channel. It's pretty much completing the Air Force One Christian Dior fabric reconstruction. So for those of you guys that are on Patreon, first of all, shout out to you guys. Sneaky Ricky, Webb's Custom Kicks, GTC Reels, all you guys, shout out to you guys for being on Patreon. I'm trying my best to get this info pumped out for you guys. There's so much that we filmed, dude. We filmed so much. And so, like, I've got a backlog right now of a bunch of different material. Alex today is busy editing the last portion of how to do a reconstruction on your Air Force Ones using different fabrics. So that's going to be part 5 and the final part. And then lastly, congratulations, man, to Grail Crew Custom Kicks. Grail Crew won the Alpha 6 pack. Look at the pack, bruh. It was a starter pack. This was $150. Excuse me, shipping out to Australia, bro. All the way out in Australia. So congratulations. Alpha 6 is the paint I'm going to be using today, by the way. So if you guys need Alpha 6 paint, I think I might still have the link up. Let me just drop the link for you guys real quick. This is just the link for pretty much everything I use. I tried to... There you go. I tried to put everything in order for you guys. So for example, the Alpha Flex paint, it's the first link there. You guys can use my code. It'll give you guys a discount. But this is what I'm going to be using today. It's used for leather. And what I'm going to do today is, you know, I've got one donut, I'd say like 80% complete. So now I'm going to jump on the other donut and we're going to do it a different color. So different color meaning I like that tropical twist colorway. So I'm going to stick with somewhat of a similar vibe. So we're going to stick with these colors here. They are peacock and mint. All right, so let's jump on the second shoe here. I've already painted the toe box here all white. You can see kind of like the outline of the toe box being painted here and the donut. So you guys can see the donut almost wrapping around here. Y'all see that? Cool. So let me jump into it. I'm gonna put the other shoe right next to this one just to start doing outlining first. Okay. Outlining is good for me because it kind of gives me a roadmap that I don't have right now. Right now I just got a blank white canvas and I got to get it to look somewhat similar to this one here. What I like to do is kind of look for an entry point of where I can I mean, look at this. I mean, it is a lot to kind of just take in, right? That's a lot to take in. So I need to figure out a way to start the process. And now I'm replicating the process too. So the donut's got to look somewhat similar. All right. So for some people, they might just grab, for example, like a pencil, right? Obviously sharpen pencil and draw it out by pencil. I'm going to just jump into it with paint. I don't know if that's the smartest way, but you know, that's the way I do it. And I'm just doing it this way because I'm comfortable. All right. So, anyways, guys, let me just see. Oh, yeah, DJ Dell's the sneaker addict. He's the homie. You know, I've heard of DJ Dell's before. That's dope, man. Congratulations, man. Let me jump into this real quick though. And I know you said it's DJ Dell's the Sneaker Addict. He's the homie. Is that YouTube, or if you could let us know, man? All right, let's see. Let's try to get somewhat similar to. So like for example, here I can start from this point. I know that my shoelace is gonna hit here, and then I'm looking, for example, at the dots. Y'all see the dots here? So I see the dots ending here and here. And so that means that about here, let's see, it's kind of hard to see. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And you have here 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the inner circle. It's going to be like right here. That's going to be the inner circle. And then what about on this side? 1, 2, 3, and the inner circle is right there too. So 1, 2, 3, inner circle is right there. Okay. And I'm just going to try to replicate it. I mean, it might not be perfect, but at least I have an idea of where we need to be at. Obviously, I got to give it a circular shape too, right? All right, and here, all right, this is going to be the portion where the cream is going to fall off the edges here. Doesn't need to be like exactly to the counterpart here, but it's got to be close. So I want the donut to naturally look like it's kind of going back and forth with the glaze here. So you'll see me going back and forth like this. But still kind of falling into a circular pattern here, because we got to go around, right? I try to keep the black outline just kind of light. It doesn't need to be exact. But I just want to have some kind of an idea of where colors are going to be separated. So that's why I like to use black in the beginning. It really helps decipher all the different areas for me. Alright, so I think that looks pretty decent, right? Now that we got that separated a little bit, then I've got a circle on the inside. Alright, so where's this circle gonna fall? So we're looking at this thicker line here all the way through. Okay, so that's the same line. Let's see, is it the same line as this one here? No, that's an outer ring. Okay. I don't want to confuse all these rings. I got a bunch of rings here. So, alright, so we got this one here, and then this outer one here. Alright, I'm gonna just eyeball it and then we'll figure it out. Seems somewhere close. So it might need to be just slightly higher. Alright, now I got an inner ring here. And an inner ring somewhere around here. It's gonna be this inner ring. It's nice to have a reference point here. I can go back and forth because the actual shoe is right next to me. Now, sometimes you don't have that luxury, so if you don't have that luxury, you just got to try your best. For example, if you're using a picture for a reference, you got to see if you can find a clear picture, if you can zoom into it. All these things also matter, right? Alright, and now, so that line looks like it was off for whatever reason, so we got to fix it. Okay. And now I know this is going to be pretty much the inside brown section. The rest of the shoe is going to be all of the frosting here. So let's, I'm going to just put down the black for a little bit, let it dry off. And as it dries off, this is how I like to make corrections. So if I see, for example, I've added black in sections that I don't want, then I'll grab just a Q-tip here with some acetone. And as an example, we'll eliminate this line here. It's almost like an eraser. But you got to just make sure that as you're erasing it, you're not using the same side, because once it gets dirty, then you can't reuse it. So now I got to flip. And I could do the same thing, eliminate that whole line. So let's go ahead and just do that to show you guys how to do that. I mean, do I need to do it? I don't necessarily need to do it. I could always just paint over it white. But what I like to do is try to get the colors down as accurately as possible on the first run. So then that way you can just keep layering it. Otherwise, I'm going to topple it with one color, another color, until we eventually get to where we want. And then you might be layering a lot of layers at that point. So that's just a little trick I use to get back to square one. These are precise Q-tips, so they're more closer to like a pen, and so you have a little bit more control with them. I get these at Target, by the way. Alright, so that's good. Cool. Okay, so GTC said YouTube. Dope, man. That's awesome, bro. Sorry, man. I just looked back and saw that you had written that. So, all right, let's test this peacock out, man. I'm excited to try peacock and mint today. I think that I might actually mix the peacock though, because it looks like it's pretty dark. But let's drop it in and let's see what it looks like first. Oh, it's a very it's a nice color. It's very cartoony. All right. Let's see what this mint looks like. I think I tried the mint before, so should be no surprise with the mint. Cool. Alright, so just like I did on this one here, I'm going to use a little bit of the mint first. And what I did with this donut here, you guys could see, I used more of like a lighter pink on the edge. On the other side, I used more of a darker pink. I think it was a hot pink that I used. That kind of gave more of a purplish vibe to it at the end when it dried. And I just do that just for giving a little bit of dimension to the donuts. It'll look a little bit more cartoon realistic, for lack of better words, because you're going to be using different shades of the same color. So on this guy here, I used probably like 3 or 4 different pinks just to get the frosting to look that way. All right, so let's see. Got a brand new brush. This is a 3/8 inch by Princeton Select. So in case you guys want to use a panel that's going to be big like this and you need quick coverage, you can use one of these guys here. So let's, I'm going to start off real slow, and it's because I'm just forming the donut here. I'm not exactly positive if I'm going to be keeping things the way they are, but there's always room for a change here. And so because it's the first layer, Rags, what's up, man? Thank you for liking the stream, homie. Yeah, so since this is a first layer, guys, I'm going to just really take my time, creep into like the little spots here in the toe box. Let's get, some coverage. I love seeing coverage because you can feel progress, Usually I'd have some music blasting when I'm doing this, but I think they ban you, right? Or they might even just mute the whole stream, and I certainly don't want that. Alright, so let's give some extra little spots here where it will kind of droop off. Droop off around here. So just like if this was, for example, like ice cream melting, I'm thinking about where would the actual frosting melt, and because it's kind of going down, it's gravitating down, we should have drops falling in places going downwards. And so that's why I'm looking for spots that would look like they'd be droopy here. Just any empty space that I can add a little bit of accents. So I add a little bit there, a little bit there. We want to start to shape the actual donut look, so we're going to start to go in a circular motion here. So as I, for example, drop on, then we want it to also fall into a circular donut look this way as well. And so as I do this, I'm going to gravitate it and have it go in a circular motion here. It'll come down. Somewhere like that, okay? So let's do the same thing on the other side. And again, we're trying to get the person's eye to notice that it has a circular shape to it on the sides. So this is how we're helping divert their eye. Make sure that I'm still on camera here. So today we're going to be working a lot with the same color but changing the shades up a little bit and giving you guys an idea of how you can create detail by using the same color but in just different shades. I think that's important for you guys to understand how to do that. So I'm going to stop this about halfway here. And we're going to have another darker green meet up at the top there. So let's start mixing a little bit here. I think that this peacock is a little on the dark side, so I'm going to mix it a little bit with the mint, and let's see what we get. We're going to get a third shade for sure, and it should be like somewhere in between. I want to get almost like a Tiffany blue. What I like to do is just introduce a little bit of the darker color here into the lighter color until I get whatever color I want. I don't want to overpower the color by adding too much of the dark, so you'll see me a lot of times just taking my time and mixing, and if it doesn't look like the right color, I'll just take a little bit from that peacock and we'll get a third color out of it. I want to make sure this third color is noticeable when it's against the mint right next to it. So this color here should be, once we place it down, should definitely be darker. We should be able to see it just by our eye. Alright, so I think that's good, right? That gives like a Tiffany blue kind of a vibe. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this down before I tag myself. Alright. So let me, I'm going to clean this brush up a little bit. A lot of times the brush will dry and then people wonder how come they're getting all these brush strokes. This brush has to be nice and soft to the bristle. It needs to be able to move. Alright, so make sure that that's always clean and the paint isn't all dried up on it, okay? Let's start to paint the actual base now. I'm going to just go ahead and put this guy to the side. Let's go ahead and move this over. It'll give me a little bit of room. And now let's really get into the actual donut here, okay? Tell me if you guys could see that difference or not, just through the camera. I think that's a good, how do I describe this? A good donut color blue. It's got a nice kind of aqua vibe to it, mint. And I'm really just trying to get a nice fresh coat painted on all this white here. Just get all this white painted. Notice I'm using the brush and stroking the brush all in the same direction. So let's say, for example, the donut's going to be coming up like this. I like to keep the lines going the same way. All right. What do you guys think about this blue? I think it's a good, almost, man, I think I almost got the, look at this tropical twist color compared to it. Look at this. I think I got it to be tropical twist on accident. Funny. Hey, that works. That works. Just the chances of me hitting it almost dead on is crazy. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so I'm using my pinky here, and what that's going to help me do is just hold balance on the brush and go around this toe cap without feeling like I don't have any control. And you can see I'm really brushing the paint as thin as possible. I want to get that first couple of coats to feel nice and thin, and that'll help the durability of the shoe later on. What good is a custom if it's all cracking, right? You want to take your time on this part. What do you guys think? Was that pretty close? Oh man, I think maybe a shade or so off, but I think it's right there. This is the color that I created here. And this is the actual tropical twist. And so I got to create a little bit more of it. I'm pretty much out. You can see I'm pretty much out here. But the nice part is I know how to mix it. Now you know how to mix it, you can get somewhat of a good blend. Somewhat of a close blend, actually. Again, using my pinky here, okay? That helps give me that balance that I need to go around these little edges. Get you guys in focus here. A lot easier when you have, it's almost like putting your elbow down and being able to, you know, get a good grip of what you're working on here. There we go. Now notice I'm not going to go all the way down. We're just trying to get coverage here on the top. Okay, that's where the actual frosting is going to be. Alright, I notice a little bit of, I'm not sure what this is, to be honest with you. Something, but I'm taking it off. There's a bunch of little junk on there. Alright. So now, let's mix a little bit of this. Sorry guys, let me check. Hey man, I ordered some laces from you about a month ago. Oh, okay, that's crazy. Yomo Domo, can you do me a favor, man? If you could just DM me on Instagram. It's under @feelgoodthreadsla. Or if you want to email me, it's under info@shopfeelgood.com. I could check on the order. But yeah, you should have definitely received the order, man. That's way too long for you not to have received it. But yeah, you can ask all these guys that order from me. I mean, they usually get in about 3 to 5 business days. I mean, it might be a little bit later because of, you know, the COVID stuff happening again. I know that the post office was having some delays, but a month is way too long for sure. Let's see what's Twitch looking like. I might jump on there. So why you guys be jumping on from one spot to another again? I forget. Sometimes you guys are on YouTube and then you guys jump on Twitch, and then sometimes you guys are on Twitch and jump on YouTube, and now Rags to Riches over here on Facebook jumping on Twitch. Can you live with custom job? LT Customs, this is what I do for a living, dude. So I mean, I think if I could do it, you can do it. Definitely. Okay, Yomo, I think I just answered that, right? So I gave you an explanation. So go ahead and just DM me. Yeah, no worries, man. Sorry, I didn't even see the I was so busy painting right now, I didn't see this chat until right now. So I'm just going down the line here. Hit on the man, Hollis, bro. Don't remind me about the fragments, man. I'm still kind of salty about that because, well, they're pretty dope colorway, man. I like them, but honestly, I hope I hit on the lows before I hit on the highs, anyways. So I'm gonna pray for the sneaker gods to give me a chance on those lows. I like the low colorway better. Definitely has more of a vintage vibe to it too. I mean, no offense. I'm obviously salty. I would take the highs if I won them, but I didn't. I wish I did, man. I wish I did. Yo, Yomo, if you're still there, what set of laces, if you don't mind letting me know? What laces did you order? I wonder if we were just out of stock or something. I don't know. Because we got a full shipment in the other day, so. But yeah, if you had ordered it a month ago, we would already. We get shipments in every couple of weeks, so we would already fulfilled it. But I got to see what's going on. And then also, I'm not gonna blame USPS, but let's just say some of our packages haven't been getting there, and there's no explanation why. Which sucks, man. Because then we got to ship out a whole new set, and USPS, they don't care. They just, they'll tell you make a claim, and then you'll just get automated email saying the same thing over and over. We are still working on your claim. Bro, it's been like 6 years. You guys are still working on the claim. Crazy. Nuts. Alright, so we're going to go this way now. And jump all the way on the inside. And keep this donut circular style vibe here. So that means we're going to be going up and down, up and down. If you're a little worried about the tongue or whatever, you can always mask it off. It doesn't take but a minute to just grab some masking tape and mask it. If you get paint on there, you can always use acetone and a Q-tip and just wipe it off as well. So just in case you're feeling dangerous and you want to try it without tape, you got a little bit of a backup there. Alright. Alright, so now I know that I said that the peacock might be a little too dark, but we're going to use a little bit of it just to shadow around, okay? Before I do that, let's put this together right next to the other one. So we got a comparison of where we're at here. Alright, so with these laces up, y'all could see how much I did the pink all the way here to the top. And then I start to give somewhat of a shape to it, and we'll get like a lighter or darker colors kind of blending in there. So somewhere around here. So y'all can see I did that too dark here on the top. And this is one of the reasons why I like to use this method here that I was showing you guys earlier, which is get a Q-tip, put a little bit of acetone on it, and if I see that there's black underneath it and I just already know it's going to take a while for me to cover the black, I'd rather just erase the black off and then start from scratch again. Alright? This is again one of the reasons why I don't use a lot of black when I first start in the beginning. I'm just using it to visualize where this donut's going to be at. And so if I miss, it's not a big deal. You have something you can use to still erase. See? So call this your eraser. Alright, now we're going to go jump back in. This time as I use this paint here, I don't have to worry, see? Ryan, thank you so much for liking the stream, homie. Appreciate you. See, now I'm just going over here and getting that same color that I need in without having to cover up the black. Not going to use too much. I'm just going to use a little bit here. Because again, we're right now just on that shaping stage here. Just trying to figure out where is this donut at Where's the colors lay at? So it'll be somewhere around there. Alright, so let's go ahead and clean that. I'm going to, again, clean the brush out here. I'd say every 5-10 minutes you want to just give this at least a quick rinse. Clean off the brush, give it the bristles, softness that it needs. And if I see any brush strokes here, before they dry into the actual paint job, I'm going to eliminate them. I want to try to keep that surface nice and flat. Alright? Alright, so let's see. So we've got a little bit of darkness here. The circle doesn't look perfect, so I got to kind of fix that circle. Let me get a another version of a black that might be a little bit easier. Let's see, where's this guy at? I was working till 8 in the morning yesterday on this first donut, so excuse me if I got a mess here. I got so much stuff going on. I had a... Give me a sec, guys. Let me see if I could figure this out here. Oh, they're Murakami laces? Yoma, we definitely got Murakami laces in, so... Yeah, man. Hit me up, dude. I'll figure out what happened with your order, man. But don't worry about it. If you didn't get it, we'll make things right, okay? Hollis J. Bear said, hit on the fragments. And needs more detail, by the way. That's funny. I'm trying to throw them on my forces. I know it's gonna be. Oh yeah, for sure, man. I've seen that before. The if you got some white Air Forces with the Murakami laces, it's gonna be fire for sure. A couple of people have shown those off before. Are you gonna give those to me for free, bro? This is for somebody's birthday, man. I would love to, William. Createx adhesion promoter. You talking about this one? I gotta order it. I haven't used it yet. No, I'm teasing. Yeah, I use it for sure. It's good, man. I like it a lot, especially on things that are not just completely leather based, and you need some extra adhesion. 100% use that. Give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna find this marker real quick. Hopefully, I can find it. I got stuff everywhere, so. I'm going to have to do one of these quick pickups. Alright, so it's not there. It's not there. Bruh, it's so annoying when I can't find one thing. Alright, I'm going to have to go without it. It's all good. It's not a big deal, but it would be nice to show you guys. Let me see if I got extra right here. I don't. I got something close. So let's see how this works. Alright. So I was room and compromising here, guys. Let's see how this works out. Oh yeah, it gives a nice little brown. I like that brownish effect. Sick. Trying to find just some certain colors that give that extra donut look to this thing. So I'm glad to find somewhat of a light brown here. This is a Posca marker, if you're wondering. I think it's painting very thin. So it might not be the best bet for this one here. Okay, so let's just use traditional black. I'll jump back in. Oh, we had that black too. Okay, so let's see, where are we at now? I want to say about right there. Just reshaping the donut here. Alright, let's get a little bit of beige up in here now. Start to figure out what's going on the inside. Alright, so where is beige? Where is beige? Here we go. Algorithm, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. They're not done yet. I've got till Thursday to finish these up, and not gonna lie, I'm a little stressed. I'm a little stressed, but we'll get them done. That first one that I did though, this pink one, took 2 days, and I'm hoping I learned from my mistakes on that one. Alright, and let's put a little bit more enriching colors into it afterwards. So let's beiges on the inside. Light brown. Seeing what did I do with this light brown? I don't even remember. It's got to be here somewhere. Okay, let's try something else. Capizio. Yeah, no, this is dark taupe. Here's Capizio. Capizio tan. I'm gonna put this guy right next to the beige, and I do that because in case it gets too dark, I can always mix it, okay? So now, let's just mix a little bit to show you guys what that'll look like. I think one of the biggest challenges is trying to find and figure out what colors you need to make them look like this cartoony kind of a look. They have these certain palettes of colors that you need. Let's see here. I'm going to just paint the outer brim here a little bit. And if it looks too dark, then I'm going to go back in and we'll lighten it up a little bit. For example, we can use the beige and just go back in, and if we need to topple different areas that we messed up on, we can do that. Like right there. Seemed like it was a little out of shape there, out of color. Just went over it. Starting to look like a Murakami flower almost. It's funny. When I get one of these guys done, like this pink one is pretty much done, that's when I jump onto the second one, or at least start the process, because now I'm like confident, like okay, cool, I've kind of have an idea of what I'm doing with that pink one all done. You know, you gain that experience, and so I'll take that experience and immediately apply it. Let's see, let's add a little bit of white here. I'll immediately apply it to the second shoe. So I think some people, what they like to do is work on both shoes at the same time. For me, I like to figure one out, and usually that'll give me an advantage, because then I could get to the other one and knock it out a little bit quicker. Almost like rather than messing up twice on a shoe and having to redo it, if I mess up on the first shoe, I just got to redo that first shoe, and then I learn from it, you know? Alright, so let's add a little, I'm going to add a little bit of white here and beige, and that'll give us like more of a lighter color, almost like if sun was hitting that section of the donut or light. So I'm really just trying to get almost like a off-white sail color to it. Pretty close, maybe a little bit more beige. I don't want to get it to be too white. I want it to be more on that donut color look. Alright, let's try this out. Let's try it out. You know, want to try it out. Tyrannosaurus Rex. So we could just try it out. Never forget that Chappelle episode. Alright. When I'm in this process of painting, I usually don't save any paint. It's usually just me trying to get some kind of a color onto the shoe and then finalizing it eventually. So now you guys can see why I don't use too much black, because eventually that black's going to get covered and I'll have to reapply the black anyways. So this part here is just now getting the colors established where they should be at. See, they mapped out pretty well, I think. Pretty close. But the main point of this section here, Amanda, thank you so much for liking. Appreciate that. See, the main point here, guys, is just to get color on the actual shoe and feel proud of some kind of accomplishment here. We've gotten now somewhat of a shape here of a donut. And I think that when we're all done, you guys will see that the final product will be well worth it. Alright. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit, guys. Let it get its chance to do its thing. As the inside is drying, let's finish coloring the outside of it up real quick. So that's how you work with some kind of time efficiency here. Is as you get the inside and it's doing its thing and settling out, now we could do the other parts of the shoe. Alright, so here's a good section here. Look at how easily, again, this is alpha paint here. Look at how easily it covers all of the sections we didn't need. This is just one coat through. Crazy, right? Look at that. Alright. So I'm going to do just a couple of coats to get a nice full, I guess you can call this a tropical twist colorway in, because I could still see a little bit of the white underneath there. I don't need it to be perfect because, again, remember, we're going to be then putting sprinkles on top of this. So we got to get prepared to put white on top of this here. So as I run through it, you guys can see the paint. I'm really pressing down and trying to lock it onto the shoe here. See this? I don't want any brush strokes. I'm trying to get it to be nice and smooth. And the full coverage should be in this coat or the next coat at most. So this is my second coat. I would say in my third coat, if I don't have full coverage, that's kind of an issue. I don't know how thin you spread it, but I mean I'm painting this super thin now, and second coat in, it's pretty much covering here. It's one of the reasons I really like this paint, because when you can cover the shoe faster, then your time is, you can use it for other things. It's key. There we go. Alright, we're pretty much full-fledged donut here now. I'm just looking for spots that I missed. Oh, I got this whole side. We did look full-fledged. Now turn to this side. I'll just knock it out real quick. I'm using a 3/8 inch Princeton brush here. I think this is ideal when it comes to painting panels, because you can see it gives me a lot of control and it gets the panels pretty fast. So that for me is very important, that I can get through the whole custom quickly. Using the right size is important, right? If I use a very small, thin detail brush, this could take me, it potentially could take you hours. But I like this brush because I could use it like this. See, look at the versatility behind it. I could creep underneath this, get inside of here. I can come back around and I could shape sections like this. So if you need a paintbrush in your bag, this is a flat angular shader is what they call it. Should definitely have at least one angular shader in your bag. Am I there? Y'all can see me there? Alright, I'm gonna just loosely shape the mint paint underneath it here. Alright, so I think we are Getting pretty close to shaping this guy out. You guys notice I haven't touched any of the sole yet. But the other shoe, I do have the sole painted a little bit on the bottom. So hopefully I can get to that maybe next tutorial. I don't know. But I've got less than a week to finish these guys up. See this? It creeps underneath the sole there, so you don't get it all over the parts that you don't want to get it on. There we go. So that's a pretty... I think we laid it out pretty nicely. What do you guys think? Is that good? Oh man, I'm gonna take a quick sec to just see what you guys are talking about, man. So I did answer you, Hollis, about the Createx adhesion promoter. Actually, I was trying that on Jordan 11s because that patent leather is, oh man, it's a tricky material. That along with all kinds of other stuff, adhesion promoter, this adhesion promoter, actually we've been using this adhesion promoter, sandpaper, all kinds of stuff for Jordan 11s, man. They're definitely a nightmare to work on. So, Customs by Kev, what's good, homie? How you living? Briss, Monty from Baltimore in the building, what's good, homie? A lot of people over here on YouTube today, huh? If you were to go on TV again like you did for that MTV Sneakers Battle Show again, would you use Alpha Flex paint instead of Angeles because of the coverage and man, hell yeah. Anything that gives you an advantage on something like that, because you've got like 3 big ass cameras that are already on you. You've got 25 people that are in production watching you. It's a nerve-wracking experience. So definitely anything that I can use, just to speed up the process of paint covering, absolutely, I would. And I'm saying that from a standpoint of, it's got to be a quality durability product. Like, even though I'm doing it for like a Sneaker Wars or whatever, like I still don't want it to be cracking and stuff after it's done. So even with that croc, which, man, I wish they didn't give me a croc. That sucked that they gave me a croc. If they had given me an Air Force One, there's so many other... Even if they had given me a Monarch, dude. They gave Wally a Monarch, which he did a bang-up job. He did a Al Bundy theme with it. I would have liked something with leather on it at least, But they had given me a croc, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, dude. That was not the shoe to give me, I think. I could have done a lot better. Hopefully we get to run it back, man. I wouldn't mind seeing John again, man. This time I might have to hit him up with the Recon. Alright, so where are we at with this other shoe? Sadir, good question, man. Alright, so kind of lighter in here. So we got that, and then it should be darker on the outside. So about right here, we're going to be... Just to give a little bit of dimension to it, Even though it's cartoony, it should still have some kind of a dimension. And I think this peacock and this mint go really nice together. I'm also trying to paint it as if, it's like this gooey, sticky frosting that I'm painting here. How would that feel? How would that flow on the brush? I want it to look legit, right? I want it to look real, but cartoon real. That's not exactly easy to achieve all the time. Quite frustrating sometimes. Like even working on the inside of the donut, I did like a little shadow here to just give it a little bit more dimension. But those are the things that I get a kick out of. really getting into that detail work. Where is... So I really would love to find this other black Posca, man. This black Posca would be life right now. It'd be life changing. But if I can't, then I'll just paint again. Gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, so this looks like we got black here. Alright, we're about to try this again. Try this again. Let's see how close I get. So the black. I almost need one of those compasses. Get it right. Yes, sir. I'm almost done, okay? I'm almost done, sir. You want to come with me? Alright, man. That's my son. He's ready to hang out. Alright, y'all, I might have to give this another 10 minutes and we might have to continue soon. Alright, so that's a good, I think, pretty close. Pretty close to that circle there. I mean, I'm just guesstimating here. And now I'm going to do this outer ring again. Take 2. If you guys take anything away from today's lesson, it would be that you want to start to build the background first, and then all of the things that are on top of it. For example, today we're going to be putting sprinkles on top. Today we're going to be detailing all the sprinkles, we're going to be detailing the drips. All of those things are going to be secondary to getting your base finished first. So another example of that would be, let's say that you are painting a young lady and she's at the park. And the park's got a lake and doves and the sun is setting behind her. All of that background stuff is what you're going to first make, and then your focal point, your detail stuff, is going to come at the end. So y'all see how long it takes just to make the base, right? It takes time. Alright, that looks like a pretty decent O. Let's clean the inside of that up real quick. Again, same trick I used last time, which is acetone, a little Q-tip, and let's just try to shape out any errors that I had there. Just erase it. Keep it nice and white. Alright, so that's good. Next section here is going to be, again, the outer here. So as I make this outer donut ring, I noticed that I used a lot more black And I'm doing that on purpose because I want people to notice the circular shape of this ring. The more you can get this thing to look like a circle, the more it's going to look like a donut at the end. Let's see, what brush is this? This is the 50 round petite that I'm using here. It's like the perfect brush for me to make these donut lines here. I say that because the size of the actual brush, as I dip it in, it gives it the perfect size that I need. There we go. Cool. So what do you guys think so far? That is how long of work here? This is an hour and 12 minutes of work, y'all. Oh, that's awesome, Briss. Thank you so much. Ty, thank you so much for liking the shoe so far. It's it's an hour of work so far. That's not too bad, right? And we're starting to get to look like a donut somewhat. So I think the next step, what I'm going to show you guys is, now we've got most of the paint kind of drying. Let's draw a couple of sprinkles in real quick. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean the brush off, because we've got obviously mint on here. We don't need mint. We need white. So I'm going to take a little bit of white paint next. The white paint I'm going to use right now is the Alpha 6 Corporation. I believe it's just called Ultra White. Yeah, Ultra White. Sick. So let's drop a little bit of Ultra White in there. Okay. And a lot of you guys are wondering, dude, why are you using only white paint to paint sprinkles? And that's because when you got, like, for example, yellow sprinkles, obviously white sprinkles, if you've got light blue sprinkles, you want them to really pop out. And so having a nice white base is a great way to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and just choose a spot where we're gonna add a sprinkle. Let's, for example, say like right here, huh? This looks like it's a pretty decent spot. So as I make my sprinkles, I like to have them be a certain length and a certain, almost like a width to them. It should be a good size sprinkle so people could see them. So I'll generally put in just a little extra paint here on the side. You'll notice that I curve the sprinkle too. Just a little bit, you know, it's kind of going with the flow of the toe box there, almost falling off. So we're going to continue that same process. And as I do it, though, I'm going to try to space things out a little bit here, okay? So let's say, for example, I'll drop another one here on the bottom. I'm going to have it almost the opposite way of the first one we just made. And that just kind of gives some variation to everything. So the two things you want to remember here is distance from each other. You want them to be far enough from each other so they're not too crowded. and orientation. You want the sprinkles to be going all different kinds of ways, okay? And so we've got one going this way, we got one going this way. You can have another one. Let's see here. So I've got one over, and I like to do them like right next to each other too, so then I have an idea where to continue. So let's kind of drop one up here, facing them, and then curving down a little bit. Oftentimes I use a little bit of a curve just to give, you know, a little bit of a dimension to the actual sprinkle, so it looks like it's sitting on top of the shoe in the right way that it should, right? That one looks pretty good. Alright, so let's do another one. I'll do another one, say like right around here. What do you guys think? Like right here? And then this one, I'll make it straight. Almost like it's just falling off the edge. Also, guys, note how well the white is coating here. There's only one coat in, and you can probably see those from there, right? Can you guys see that? I'm sure you guys could see the sprinkles there, right, as I'm developing them. So, Briss asks, how long have you been working on this shoe so far? So this shoe right here, Briss, I've been working on it for 2 days to get it to look like this. And this one here, I've been working on it for 1 hour and 17 minutes. Plus, I also painted this whole portion white. So the whole toe cap section and these side pieces here were white. I'd say that probably took me another hour or so. So I wouldn't say more than 2 hours working on this one, and then 2 days working on this one. And usually it's because this is the part that starts to take time, is I'm like developing the actual, like, all right, well, where are we going to put the sprinkles at? You know, you got to make sure the colors are filled in. Does the donut look like a donut? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of detailed stuff that I work on here. And I think that the detailed stuff is usually what takes the longer part. So I'll add one here, and it's going to be like a half one. So it's just going to be, we're going to have one like poking out here. Right there, and then we're going to have it kind of like be covered by some of the frosting. Alright. Also, as I'm making the sprinkles here, I'm just trying to look over at my other shoe, make sure I've got the same kind of spacing. You don't want one of them to look like really crowded with sprinkles and the other one looks like it's naked, right? I got extra paint on here. So since I have extra paint, I'm going to drop the extra paint. I'm going to pick it up from here. See the extra paint I got here? And instead of grabbing the paint from the tray over here, I'm picking it up and recycling it. I'm having that sprinkle also go the opposite way. Alright, so if you're ever worried like, oh damn, I have too much paint in this little section here, pick it up. Pick it up, put it in a different section. Alright, control the paint, control where the paint goes. Ideally, you want to just not put that much paint on your brush. You want to just put enough where you know that you know, you won't need extra. Like here, I picked up too much again. As I'm telling you guys, don't pick up too much paint. I picked up too much paint, you know. But as I pick up the paint, then, you know, you can redistribute the paint somewhere else. We haven't done the spots here. All right. Let's grab a little bit more of that paint. There we go. Cool. I think that was a pretty decent start to the beginning of this donut, guys. We got some of the basics down today, right? So we started working on how do we even start this donut? Where do we begin? How did we mix colors? What colors did we use? How do we add sprinkles? How do we add detail to it? So I think I'm going to give up some time now. It's 7:41. If you guys want to hit me with some questions right now, I'll give you guys another 5 minutes. So let's say 7:46. I'm going to sign off. Ultra Franks, what's good? Drew, how you living, homie? I haven't seen you or heard from you for a long time, bro. You been okay? Hopefully you're good, man. Especially with all the pandemic stuff that's been going on. Craziness, right? But yeah, guys, so open forum if you guys have any questions. Again, I think I'm going to just pause here. Got a 3-year-old that wants to play, so I've got some important matters to attend to. I'm going to continue the process, though I will try to film the process and get this one to look almost as closely done to this as possible. I've got to finish these up by Thursday. It's for someone's birthday, so hopefully you guys appreciated where we got today. If you guys have any comments, questions, please like the stream. I really appreciate you guys liking the stream. I appreciate your comments too, because, honestly, sometimes you guys come up with some great ideas. You recommend them and we do them. So don't be shy. Let us know what you guys are interested in learning or doing or creating with me. As you guys can see, we've got quite a bit of ways to go to finish the donut up here. So that's kind of the what the finished product will look like. Even this one is not exactly done, but it's getting there. I tell you, I love painting drip stuff. Painting drip is a lot of fun for me. Painting cartoon stuff is a lot of fun for me, actually. Just in general. Anything cartoon related is always, hard to pass up. Especially if I'm like, a fan of that cartoon. And for The Simpsons, I'm a huge Simpsons fan, so definitely couldn't pass up a Simpsons themed shoe. I'll be just here touching it up as you guys think of any questions. If not, 7:46, I'm outie. I'm gone. I also got this infatuation for getting the prints on things right. Drew knows that, right, Drew? Right there, Biggie Customs. If you guys follow me on Instagram, the homie Ultra Franks here, I did the Kuji print Prestos for him. I believe we just had posted. I think we just posted those up too on Instagram. Drew, I know you had gotten that that Biggie jersey to go with it, that Brooklyn one, which was dope. Let's see, where else should we do another one here? Easily do one here. Y'all see the spacing? None of them are too crowded. There's just enough room in between each one. And I'm trying to keep them as realistic looking in shape and what they would be doing on a donut if they were actually on top of a shoe like this. So alright, y'all, so 7:46. Again, if you guys appreciated this tutorial, man, please let me know. I really appreciate any of the feedback. I don't know if you guys have seen my social media links here, but if you guys haven't followed me yet, please follow me. It's at Feel Good Threads. We are trying to get back our Feel Good Threads Instagram. But for right now, we do have a Feel Good Threads LA on Instagram temporarily. So if you guys haven't joined us on our new Instagram, please join us. Again, thank you guys so much. Patreon members, thank you guys so much for joining Patreon as well. We've got some new videos on the way. 7:46. I'm out of here, guys. Everybody have a Feel Good Friday. Bless up. I'm out of here. Peace.